Hello, it's me, Jay, your GM. I use he, him, and this is Jay's Really Good Dungeons & Dragons Show! That's right, like Dungeons & Dragons, I'm back, and better than ever. And it's time to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 2024. Are you hype? Because I sure know I am. Let's get right into the big changes between the old editions and the new one, and start finding out what we like and what we don't. Number one, they got rid of flanking. That's a good change. Flanking was too powerful and allowed my players to kill some of the enemies that I put in front of them, which I did not like. It made me feel weak and insecure. Number two, monsters got stronger. I'm loving it. It's easier than ever to kill my friends during Dungeons and Dragons, which is exactly what I want, and it's what I need, and it's what I deserve. Number two, they took some of the rules out, which was weird. I don't know exactly why they did that. Like, they took the rules out for shoving and tripping and disarming and stuff. And I thought these books were to give us rules, not take them away. That's confusing. I wish they wouldn't confuse me like that. Number three or something, they laid off Mike Merles. This is a morally confusing change because I'm against layoffs, but I am also against all the stuff that Mike Merles was accused of doing. So this is a real moral gray zone for me. I don't know what to feel about this. They also unfortunately laid off Dan Dillon. Dan Dillon was an incredible content maker, and he did really good writing for D&D, and I wish they hadn't done that because it makes me have complicated feelings about playing Dungeons & Dragons, knowing that it's owned by a corporate entity that has no loyalty to its employees or its fans. So this really goes in the bad change category for this guy. In fact, of the original 2014 team, only James Wyatt remains from the original 2014 Dungeons & Dragons, which shows the impermanence of anything under capitalism and how everything is built on a house of sand. So that's going to be a bad change for me because I do not like change, and I don't like being reminded of my own mortality. Next up, they added weapon masteries. Ooh, baby, you know that tickles my pickles. That is a great change. We love weapon masteries in this house. Next up, some of the spells got better. That's a good change. We love it when spells get stronger and cooler and more flavorful, and their mechanics are improved. Bad change, though, some of the spells got worse, and I don't understand why they did that. If you were going to redesign the spells, you should have just designed them all to be good instead of making some of them bad. So I'm putting that under bad change. I don't think it was a good idea to make some of them bad, and I wish you hadn't done that. Next up, Christopher Perkins is retiring. That's a good change. That means that there's a new position opened up, which I am surely going to be interviewed for any day now. I highly suspect that Wizards of the Coast is eyeing me for this position, so I'm really grateful for Christopher Perkins getting out of the way, making room for me. He's going to have a wonderful retirement. He's aging beautifully. I mean, he's a very handsome man. I know he's going to have a great retirement. He's going to live a very long and healthy and good life, and I'm going to take over for him. So you just leave it all to me, Chris. Big ups. I appreciate and respect you. Last but not least, Jeremy Crawford is retiring. This is the worst news I've ever heard. This man was supposed to take me under his beautiful wings and mentor me to my destiny. He was supposed to help me rise above my limitations and help me to become the man I was meant to be. And now he's just abandoned me like my original father. So I don't understand what that's about. I just don't know why this keeps happening to me, and I don't know why he left, and he didn't even tell me. And I watched all the YouTube videos, so if he'd sent me any secret signals like Matthew Critical Role had been sending me, then I would have noticed, but he didn't send me any signals. He didn't tell me. He didn't warn me, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand. So anyway, that's my review of the changes from Dungeons & Dragons 2014 to 2024. As you can see, there was a lot of ups and a lot of downs. In the end, I'm going to say that this was a failed edition change because it should all be ups, honestly. Like if you're going to do a 5.5, you should just fix everything. There shouldn't be any downs and no layoffs. So next time, do it better. In the meantime, this was your GMJ, and please follow my way of thinking and my way of life. Until next time.